There are lots of disasters happening all around the world every year. The most powerful disaster to strike Nepal since 1934 has just happened on April 30th, 2015. According to the news, it killed at least 6,300 people and injured more than 12,000 people. Some casualties have also been reported in the adjoining areas of India, China, and Bangladesh. Even worse, the earthquake triggered an avalanche on the Mountain Everest, killing at least 19, making it the deadliest day on the mountain in history. It triggered another huge avalanche in Langtang Valley, and 250 are now missing. All in a sudden, thousands of people have lost their beloved family and become homeless. Centuries-old buildings were destroyed at UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Kathmandu Valley. Nepal's government has declared 3 days of mourning after the earthquake. These kinds of unpredictable disasters are happening all the time through human history, and the homeless and injured victims of these disasters need our help. In my short time with you today, I want to talk to you about a remarkable organization that brings us the promise of preventing and alleviating human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and generosity of donors. Do we need alleviation of sufferings when facing emergencies? Let us consider how innocent people suffer from certain disasters desperately. Let us consider how awful it is when no one offers help like life-saving blood products, care, shelter, and hope to them. Let us consider how terrible it is when no one supports or comforts their family during these horrible moments. We, as humans, need supporting these moments, and in return, we need to support others when they suffer. I know that most of you are kind enough to offer help when our brothers or sisters at the end of the country or world when they suffer. But how? They are so far away from us and we can't do what we want as individuals. We need to unite together. The American Red Cross aims to tie us as human beings together and provide humanitarian aid when needed. They prove that we can actually build community to achieve some things that cannot be achieved by individuals. For instance, the American Red Cross Digital Operations Center in San Jose is playing a vital role in relief efforts after the devastating earthquake in Nepal. They team up with social media to call for humanitarian aid, according to ABC 7 News. By supporting American Red Cross, we can alleviate others' sufferings and make our planet a better place to live in. To demonstrate to you the support of you for American Red Cross is worthwhile, I will be giving you a brief history and background of Red Cross, clarifying the organization's mission and the principles, explaining how all of us can lead positive changes by supporting American Red Cross with our talents, time, and maybe a little bit of our treasure. Red Cross is made up of people who share a common purpose: to offer help and hope whenever and whenever someone urgently needs it. According to the official website of the American Red Cross, Swiss-inspired Global Red Cross Network inspired Clara Barton and a circle of her acquaintances. They founded the American Red Cross in Washington, D.C. on May 21, 1881. Prior to the First World War, the Red Cross introduced its first aid, water safety, and public programs. After the war, the Red Cross focused on service to veterans and enhanced their programs in safety training, accident prevention, home care for the sick, and nutrition education. The Second World War called upon the Red Cross to provide extensive services once again to the U.S. military, allies, and civilian war victims. After World War II, the Red Cross introduced the first nationwide civilian blood program that now supplies more than 40% of the blood and blood products in this country. Today, the supporters, volunteers, and employees of the American Red Cross provide compassionate care in 5 critical areas: people affected by disasters in America, support for members of the military and their families, blood collection, processing, and distribution, health and safety education and training, international relief and development. To make real difference to the world, American Red Cross has set mission statements, vision statements, and principles to follow. In order to take action, American Red Cross creates the mission statement. The American Red Cross prevents and alleviates human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. The mission leads to the following vision statements. The American Red Cross, through its strong network of volunteers, donors, and partners, is always there in times of need. We aspire to turn compassion into action so that all people affected by disaster across the country and around the world receive care, shelter, and hope. Our communities are ready and prepared for disasters. Everyone in our country has access to safe, life-saving blood and blood products. All members of our armed services and their families find support and comfort whenever needed. And in an emergency, there are always trained individuals nearby, ready to use their Red Cross skills to save lives. And they follow the following principles: humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. American Red Cross is a pretty mature organization currently, but we can definitely contribute our parts. Remember, it is all about unity. Here are several ways to help. Donate as individual, organizations, or investment on the website. Donations can be either monetary or non-monetary, including air miles, credit card rewards, or goods. Fundraising business or groups. Volunteer in community, blood drive, or become an advocate. Get involved in a group or program. Give and collect blood. Take, teach, or host a class. Be a digital advocate. Don't you think the idea is pretty impressive? We help each other as brothers and sisters do. We are not alone when facing emergencies. We support and care for each other. During our time together, we've covered some basic information about American Red Cross, its history, its mission, and how it can help when unpredictable disasters happen. We've also seen that we are tied up together to help each other. To make this world a humane and better place to live in, please help American Red Cross in any way you can. You will make the world a better place for everyone, including yourself and your loved ones. You don't have to face disasters lonely and desperately. Remember, you are not alone no matter what happens.